So now let's talk about the wheat offer that I told you that we missed. Like this is the bag of the wheat offer. Like I told you that we actually made grower feed for the birds. We fed them with super starter chicken from the beginning. Initially I wanted to just start with adva feed, but my location adva is a good feed oh, but getting the feed is a problem because they just have one distributor. You understand? They just have one solid distributor. Let me call it solid distributor. So getting their feed is quite tedious, and also the distance of getting their feed is not a joke. So this is the wheat offer I was talking about. This is wheat offer. Wheat offer is not something that people think is imported. Wheat offer is actually made from wheat offer is actually made from, what's the name of this place called? Um, Delta State. You can see it is made from Delta State here in Nigeria. It's made from Delta State, Sapele. So, and I would make a mistake if I was saying it's 100 kg bag. This bag is a 50 kg bag. It's a 50 kg bag. For those that goes to buy sawdust, wheat of our bag is a bag that you can use to go and buy your sawdust. So the way we were mixing it with our layer. So we'll buy layer match because we wanted to make a grower feed for the birds. So we actually used adva for a while till maybe their 12th week or so. That's when we used the ready-made adva grower feed, and then I changed to making this one. First of all, it was to reduce cost because you want to do your business to make profits. So first of all, what I did was to reduce the cost of production of producing one bed. Do you understand? When you mix like this, you tend to reduce your cost of production. Yes, you tend to gain more. Like if I buy 4 bag of, like I told you, I was missing 4 bag of layer feed with 1 bag of this. So it will give me 6 bag of feed. Just imagine. And 1 bag of wheat offer is just 9,000 naira. It was initially 11,000, but they reduced it to 9,000. I'm even thinking that it would have reduced more than that. You understand? So 1 bag of wheat offer is just, there are other products of wheat offer, but I like this live product. In case maybe in your location you have another type of wheat offer bag, provided it's a wheat offer. Some people call it wheat bran. Provided it's wheat offer, wheat brown is the same thing. So if we mix the 4 bag of this layer feed with 1 bag of this, which is a 50 kg bag, we tend to have six bags of feed. So you've already used 9,000 naira to save yourself another 30 something thousand naira that you would have used to buy 2 bag of feed. Do you understand? So it's as if you saved costs. And some people say, will my birds get the weight? Definitely your birds will get the weight. Come on, our birds are laying, and they are laying well because the way we allow them to grow, like we allow them to develop well. So this is the wheat offer that I was talking about. For those that don't know what wheat offer is, you can get it in any of your locations. Just look for the shops where they sell raw materials, like those people that sell maize and every other thing. You can look for them. So this is the wheat offer. This is layer mash. We're actually mixing it with chicken. We're actually mixing it with chicken layer mash, like 4 bags. I hope you don't forget. If you have a pen, you can write it down. Like 4 bags of chicken layer, and 1 bag of this can give you 6 bags. So by the time we wanted to switch to pre-layer, and I knew I was going to use happy chicken as the layer feed, I knew, okay, it was time to start mixing with happy chicken. I knew I was going to use happy chicken for the layer feed. I initially wanted to use adva for the layer feed because adva have signature, which is like their professional. They have the normal one, but like I said, my location, they just have one major distributor, and it's very difficult getting it there because of the distance. So this when I wanted to switch to pre-layer, we used 6 bags of this happy chicken to 1 bag of the wheat offer. I think we gave them that for like 2 weeks. Yes, we gave them that for like 2 weeks. So we're missing 6 bags of this one to 1 bag of this one, and it gave us pre-layer. So you know that there are some locations you don't have pre-layer. I don't know anybody that really gets pre-layer, but in my location, getting pre-layer is hard. I don't think there's anybody that sells pre-layer in my location. So we're missing 6 bags of this. To get pre-layer, you can mix 6 bags of your layer mash with 1 bag of your wheat offer. This is the wheat offer. So you can mix 6 bags of the layer mash with 1 bag of the wheat offer, and you get layer mash. Like I said, if you want to get grower, this is already something that we've done and tested. You can see the beds. The beds are laying so beautifully well. So if you want to get a grower and you don't want to buy the conventional grower like the already made one, you can mix 4 bags of this, 4 bags of your layer mash with 1 bag of your wheat offer. Wheat offer is 50 kg. You have 6 bags, and then that's grower. But if you want to get a pre-layer, you can give them that one till like 18 weeks. But if you want to get pre-layer, you can mix 6 bags of this your layer mash with 1 bag of the wheat offer. That way you will now have 8 bags. That way you have 8 bags. So that was what we actually did for our pre-layer. So like I said, if you want grower, mix layer mash of any feed of your choice in your location, mix 4 bags with 1 bag of wheat offer. That's purely a grower feed. But if you want to get pre-layer, you can mix 6 bags of your layer mash with 1 bag of your wheat offer, and that will give you your pre-layer before you can switch to your layers. We gave them pre-layer for like 2 weeks before we switched to layer fully. I'll come back to that for those that maybe will join later. So let's talk about the eggs that we got today. This is the eggs that we got today. We've gotten 2 crates and some pieces. These are for birds that just started laying just less than 3 weeks ago. You understand? We already gotten 2 crates a day and some pieces. And the difference between yesterday and today is is already half crate, like 15 pieces already, so which is good. So let's talk about the size of the eggs. Like I was talking about, like I love some size that they are laying. Let's talk about this one. This one is not the pullet egg. You can't call this pullet egg. I'm going to get pullet egg from inside this flock, so you know what the pullet egg is. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? This is the type of egg that people still sell at 250 naira. Sure, you understand? You can see the difference between the pullet egg and the big egg. So they are actually laying, some are actually laying very, very big eggs. Like there was an egg I broke yesterday, and it had double yolk because the egg was really, really, really big. And I was like, how can this newly laying birds lay such eggs? And when I broke it, I had 2 yolk. So some of the eggs are actually big. Some of them are not. Some of them are not the pullets kind of size. You can see the difference between these 2 kind of egg. You can see this is already the one at the right hand side is already the pullet egg, while the other one is big. So you can see the difference between that they lay and some pullet eggs. So the birds are already laying bigger size of eggs. So now in this kind of crate, how do you think we are going to sell this crate? Because we cannot sell this crate fully. So as a business person, you need to know how to do business and make profit. We cannot sell this crate as the pullet egg size because we are selling unsorted. I can't give somebody this egg and say it's pullet egg. You can't compare these 2 sizes of eggs together. Are you understanding me? Because most of the eggs in the crate are big. Are you seeing how big these ones are? And these are birds that are just started laying. And that is because the birds were fully formed. They were well formed. Do you understand? The birds, these are the ones they laid today. And you can see that the eggs are doing so well. These are the eggs that they laid today, and the birds did so excellently well. But the eggs are really, 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 really big. These are the eggs that they laid today, and they laid so well. And then for those that used to say deep litter, the eggs are not neat. Please look at our eggs. These eggs were gotten from deep litter. These eggs were gotten from deep litter, and like you can see that most of the eggs are still thickened. All these ones that you see that might just be like this, it's fresh, it's a new lay, maybe a bird that just laid it. That is what I know about this bird, that those that newly laid, their eggs tend to be a bit brighter. So from tomorrow, if this particular bird wants to lay tomorrow, you see that the egg will be a bit darker and all that. So they don't need lashuta. Before some people will say, give them lashuta the egg, but these eggs, the colors are very, very, very okay. It's brown enough. So I noticed that when someone to lay new eggs, they tend to be a bit brighter than normal. It happens to some of them, and some of them it might just be natural causes. So how much do you think that this crate of eggs should go for, considering the fact that some sites, okay, this is birds that are just laying newly. So what do you think that we should sell this kind of crate? Would you want to sell this type of crate for 4,000 naira? Because you say, okay, they just started laying. You can't do that, except you want to do sorted. If I want to sell pullet egg for the price of pullet egg, I will have to remove all these pieces of eggs. I will have to remove all these ones because I can't call all these eggs pullet eggs. Do you understand? And there are more. That's the part that gets me more. The eggs, look at this one. You can't call this pullet egg. So the eggs, the big ones are actually more than the small ones. So you need to know how to make profits, and you need to start marketing your product before your birds start laying. You don't have to wait and all that. And though your birds can, the eggs can stay for a while. The eggs can actually stay for a while, you understand, and all that. So, but you need to start marketing your product. You have kiosks around you and all that. So this was what they laid today, and you can see the eggs are not small. When I was saying it in my previous life, I was saying, these eggs are not small. People would think, what is she saying? It's not pullet egg. I don't laying. No. I know pullet egg because I have battery cage now. I know how my pullet egg used to be. But this one, something like this is what I call pullet egg. It's damn small. This is pullet egg, but I will not call something like this pullet egg. I will not call. You can see the difference. I won't call. Even the video is not doing justice to the to it. You can see this one. You can see how big this one is for a bird that just started laying and all that. And I think yesterday I had bigger size than this. I had to break it and I got double yolk inside the egg and all that. So far I think the birds are doing so great. For those that always have this negative mind towards using a deep litter system, it's not all bad. You can see the birds. It's not all bad doing deep litter at all. You can see the birds. They are doing well, and we just fed them their afternoon feed. Like I told you, it is between 9 a.m. to like 1 p.m. that you get the most egg from them. Between 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. you get the most egg for the day. Do you understand? So after that, you can keep getting pieces of eggs and all that, but they lay mostly in the morning. So after feeding them this afternoon, now maybe when it gets to like 4:30 or 5, we can just go there and we'll be able to still pick. Like when we're feeding them in the afternoon, I was able to pick some pieces of eggs. Do you understand? So but if you go there later, you still be able to pick one or two, because after eating, someone want to still feel pressed and just bring it down and all that. So like I said, always have a what's it called, a timetable for feeding. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to show you our record notes. I'm going to show you our record note of how it is, our record note of how we take records of our layers every day, the record of how they lay, how they've been laying. You understand? You see that. So this is it, the number of eggs that we got today. This is the first crate, the second crate, and the third crate. And like I said, the difference between yesterday and today is half crate, like 15 pieces. Normally the sultan, they do like 5 pieces in a day to pass the previous day. They can do 10 pieces to pass the previous day, but today they've done, as at this time, they've done 15 pieces, like half crate to pass the previous days. So I'm so sure that before the day ends, we'll still see more eggs. So it's so sure, but I'm so sure that like, tomorrow we would have been able to cross our third crate, entering the fourth crate. So when you're doing pullets, when your birds start laying, your egg is supposed to increase. If you are overfeeding them, fat will stop them from laying. If you are underfeeding them, they will not have enough food to lay. So you want to feed them well to have the best result. And when people say feed does not contribute to the size of your egg, siamo for birds where you only start to the lay. Don't say feed does not contribute to the size of your egg. The eggs that they are giving. For birds that just started laying, you can see the eggs that they are giving. So don't say that feed do not contribute to the size of your eggs. It actually does. You need to be able to calculate. You need to be able to calculate the feeds that they eat every day. Do you understand? Don't go and give them the feeds they are supposed to eat at peak, and you are giving them when they are just like maybe 25, 26 weeks of age. You are going to be shooting yourself in the foot. You are going to be shorting yourself, because right now, like I said, I use 95 gram per bed to calculate for them. at this stage, and it's okay for them. By the time maybe they lay for another 3 to 4 weeks, or maybe when they get to their peak production, I will increase it to 100. Then maybe I will now increase it to, it's supposed to be for laying beds, it's supposed to be 120 gram per bed. Do you understand? 120 gram per bed. The highest that I will give to these beds, even when they get to peak production, will be 3.5 bags. So I cannot be giving them 3.5 bags by this time. When I know that's what they will get at peak production, I will be overfeeding them. They might not build up fat so well because they are running around, but I will be shorting myself. I'm not really feeding them so much. I'm not spending so much, and I'm getting so much right now. You understand? I'm giving them the real feed they are supposed to eat, and they are laying. So don't say your feed does not contribute. For birds that just started laying, to be laying this type of eggs, people always think as far as they are laying from the first 4 weeks, 5 weeks, their egg will be small. You can see that is a pure lie. It's a pure lie. So you understand? So the feed you give them matters a lot. Do not underfeed them. Know how to calculate the feed your birds are supposed to eat. It is very important. Know when to calculate the feed your birds are supposed to eat. Know what they're supposed to eat at every given week. It's a weekly thing. It's not like maybe it's a daily thing. Know what they're supposed to eat at every given week, and trust me, you will have good size of eggs. Imagine when these birds lay for like 2 months. Imagine what they will be laying and all that. You understand? So that's that. So that's what we have gotten for today. I'm so sure we'll still get more. So let's go back to this one that I was talking before, how we made our grower feed, and also how we made our layer feed and all that. Like I said, if you don't have so much money, not necessarily because you don't have so much money, if you just want to do something out of the ordinary, and you don't want to just be buying the normal conventional feed for those that are just joining us, like I said, when we used chicken super starter for them for 9 weeks, we switched to grower adva, but when we gave them for like 11th the 12th week, we made, it's not like maybe we went to the meal to meal grower feed. No, we didn't. It's just buying layer feed, and it was chicken that we used, and we mixed it with wheat offer, and that is pure grower feed. There is no two ways about it. It was just us buying chicken layer or whatever layer feed you want, mix the layer feed with the wheat offer. The wheat offer is actually 50 kg. So for those that buy sawdust, this bag now can serve as your sawdust bag. It's a very long bag actually. So for those that buy sawdust, this bag can serve as your sawdust bag. Yes, wood shavings. Sorry, for some people that don't know what sawdust is, wood shavings. So for us, we mixed 4 bags of this to get grower feed. Though there's a difference between pre-layer and grower. So we mixed 4 bags of the layer feed with 1 bag of this, and it gives us an extra 2 bags. And this wheat offer, like I said before, was sold for 9,000 naira. It's made in Nigeria. It's made in Delta State here. There are different brands, but I just like this live product. So this wheat offer was sold for 9,000 naira. Imagine using 9,000 naira to get an extra 2 bags of feed. So you will be spending less. That's the truth. When you use this method, you spend less. Like I had a farmer that said, like I said in my previous live, that it missed the birds are already laying. It misses super starter, PKC, and wheat offer together, and it's making so much. The birds are laying well, and it's making so much money. So in this business, you need to learn how to cut costs. You need to learn how to cut costs. Yes, you need to learn how to cut costs. So you can mix 4 bags to get a grower feed. If you're writing it down, good for you. To get a grower feed, you can use 4 bags of this layer match and 1 bag of this wheat offer, and you will definitely get a grower feed. That is pure grower feed, and the birds will do so well. And that's why I felt our birds did so well. Like we were discussing with one of our friends, and like, this your mixture was really great too, because the birds, they were well formed. This one contains protein. And your bird needs it. You understand? So even for and another thing I want to say for farmers, when you run out of feed, because I told you this bag is like 9,000 naira. If you run out of feed as a farmer, even as a layer farmer, make sure you have this in your farm. You can just be giving, it's like dust too. You can be giving them this to eat, wheat offer to eat, just to like they have something to eat, then you just leave them like that. Do you understand? This is just pure 9,000 naira. It might be even be cheaper in some location. So if you know you are short of cash, maybe you don't have money, you are so broke, rather than leaving the birds like that, also to buy one bag of this and just give them to be eaten before you can replenish. But instead of buying the normal conventional the already made grower feed, you can make your own by getting this, which is actually a cheaper option. Mix it with your wheat offer and you will get a grower feed and you will get 2 bags extra. Do you understand? That's just the secret. That is what we did. That it was what we did. We have a lot of these bags because we used it to mix. We are using chicken for it. And then, like I said, when it got to 18th week, we switched to pre-layer. I don't think most of you have what they call pre-layer in your location. We switched to pre-layer. We made pre-layer by ourselves also. We made pre-layer. It's just about, instead of 4 bags to 1 wheat offer, which gives you grower, you'll be mixing 6 bags of layer to 1 bag of wheat offer. That mash with grower, mix 4 bags of your layer mash to 1 bag of wheat offer. Then to get wheat offer, to get choice, you can use any layer feed of your choice. If you know me, I like happy chicken because I think happy chicken it's great. If you cannot get, can use happy chicken. You can mix 6 bags of your layer mash with, might have to just cut swipe because we're having a net. You can mix 6 bags of your layer mash with, might have to just cut swipe because we're having a network issue. So like I said, we don't, this is just for conventional, for farmers that are just starting, farmers that are great. Like I said, I always like you can see the birds, you can see they are home, they are doing great, they are well formed, they are the one laying these eggs. Do you understand? So you can do this mixture. If you are confused, you can drop a message. You can do this mixture of mixing your layer mash with your wheat offer to get grower or to get your pre-layer. And when your birds start laying, you can give full layer mash, and there is that. But if you want to continue making your feed, at that point you have to go to the mill and you will just mix all the ingredients. For layer farmers, you can actually mix your feed yourself. No cap, nobody should deceive you. Layer farmers can do that and you will get a good production, provided you add toxin binders and every other thing to the feed you want to make. Yes, so to get grower for your layer, your pullet, you can use layer match 4 bags with what's this thing called, wheat offer 1 bag. But to get pre-layer, you can mix 6 bags of this with 1 bag of wheat offer, and you will be saving, for every production that you mix, you probably be saving like 30,000 naira. That is a lot of money. You'll be saving yourself at least 2 bag money, and your birds with flex it well, they will love the feed. So if you're a layer farmer, you're intending to start, you can do your cost of production. We can help you out. You can check our previous videos of what you would need for your birds when they come and all that. So this was a mixture we used for our birds till they started laying. We didn't really use the ready-made feed because we wanted to cut cost, and we really did cut cost though, whether during medication or everything. We cut cost to the minimum. So I won't be able to tell you right now that this is the money that we used to raise 1 bird, but you'll be amazed because we didn't really spend so much money on medication. First of all, as a farmer, there are most of the medication that you can do yourself. There's some injection that you can do yourself. I think it's just about 2 or 3 of the injectable vaccine that you might need a vet for. But like the baking, you need a vet if you're not good at it. But so far, so good. When it comes to feeding and medication, you can actually cut costs to the minimum. So you want to go back and rewatch the video to see that to see what I said about mixing, to getting a grower match, to getting a pre-layer and all like that. You don't really need to buy the ready-made feed. You can mix these two together. You can get your grower. You can mix it together.
Thank you, Lord Jesus, for this declaration
and all that. So that said, so these are the eggs that we got today. So we'll update you tomorrow of the progress. Like I told you today, they use like half bag to pass from between yesterday and today. So bye for now. Don't forget, you can actually make your own grower feed. You can make your own pre-layer feed. You can cut costs. Learn to cut costs. Try new things, new inventions. There are a lot of farmers that are cutting costs, but they will not tell you. So a lot of farmers, I did this behind the scene. I didn't post it, but this was what we were doing. We were cutting costs. So this is it. So have a good day. Bye.